Are you ready to defend the most advanced nation on Earth for just 24 hours? What if you were the one who had to protect Wakanda, lead its people, and manage powers that push the limits of human biology? Before you answer, take a deep breath. This mission isn't for the faint of heart. If you're into superheroes, sci-fi, and want to uncover the science behind Black Panther's power and technology, now's the time. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join our community of modern-day heroes. Because today, we're diving into the secrets of T'Challa and seeing if you could handle the throne for a single day. T'Challa first stepped into the Marvel Universe in 1966's Fantastic Four number 52, thanks to the legendary Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Over the decades, he's risen far beyond side character status. He became a symbol, not just of heroism, but of heritage, intellect, and cultural power. In 2016's Black Panther number 1, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, we got to see a deeper, more layered T'Challa. No longer just a fighter in a suit, he's a political leader facing the real-world complexity of governing an isolationist superpower. But who was he before the mantle of the Black Panther? T'Challa is the son of T'Chaka, the late king of Wakanda, and he inherits a nation that is rooted in ancient tradition as it's embedded with futuristic innovation. His extraordinary abilities come from the heart-shaped herb, a mystical plant that only grows in vibranium-rich Wakandan soil. The herb enhances his strength, speed, senses, and reflexes to superhuman levels. In some versions of the story, T'Challa also shares a spiritual connection with Bast, the panther goddess, granting him even deeper levels of intuition and strength. His physical prowess is no joke. In the comics, T'Challa has been shown lifting up to 1,760 pounds with ease. To put that in perspective, the current world record for the deadlift is just over 1,100 pounds, achieved by the strongest of the strong, with years of training and elite conditioning. For T'Challa, that kind of feat is just part of his morning routine. Then there are his reflexes. While most humans react to visual stimuli in about a quarter of a second, and elite athletes can push it down to around 150 milliseconds, Black Panther has been known to dodge bullets and energy blasts traveling at over 1,050 miles per hour. Imagine trying to play a video game where the enemies move at the speed of a fighter jet, and you still have time to react in real time. That kind of ability pushes far beyond what any human nervous system could handle, unless, of course, you've had a mystical herb rewiring your biology. Beyond the body, there's the mind. T'Challa is often considered one of the smartest characters in the Marvel Universe. His intellect rivals the likes of Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's a master engineer, strategist, and political leader all at once. In the 2018 Black Panther film, this side of him shines as he juggles internal conflict, global diplomacy, and the legacy of his ancestors. A portrayal that not only resonated with audiences, but helped the film earn over $1.3 billion at the box office and take home multiple Oscars. So now ask yourself, if you were to step into T'Challa's shoes right now, what would be harder, managing his physical powers or leading a nation that's light years ahead of the rest of the world? Think about it and drop your answer in the comments. T'Challa may be powerful, but his edge in battle often comes down to one thing: vibranium. This fictional metal, introduced as a meteorite that landed in Wakanda, is the backbone of the nation's dominance. What makes vibranium so incredible is its ability to absorb, store, and redirect kinetic energy. In the films, his suit doesn't just protect him from bullets, it stores the energy of those impacts and turns it into a devastating counterattack. But could anything like this exist in the real world? Researchers are studying materials with piezoelectric properties, which convert mechanical energy into electrical energy, and metamaterials that manipulate light and sound waves in ways that seem almost magical. Some stealth tech and energy-absorbing structures are getting close, but the idea of fabric that can take a punch from an explosion and fire that energy back out, that's still the stuff of science fiction. Even our advanced materials, like Kevlar, can't do what vibranium does. Kevlar can stop bullets, sure, but it doesn't store or redirect energy. If vibranium were real, Experts believe it could be one of the most valuable substances on Earth. Just 0.35 ounces, around 10 grams, could be worth billions. And that kind of power would come with insane risks. Just imagine wearing a suit that could overload from too much stored energy, a detail even the film plays with, like when Shuri warns T'Challa about the suit's energy levels. And vibranium isn't just used in a suit, it powers Wakanda's entire infrastructure, from buildings that absorb seismic shocks to medical devices that can close wounds in seconds. We're exploring shape memory alloys and smart fabrics in real life, but nothing comes close to what Wakanda shows. Their medical tech, for example, features machines that can heal fractures in minutes. Today's ultrasonic therapies are working toward faster recovery and tumor treatment, but we're still years away from the kind of instant healing we see on screen. Even the transportation is next level. In the 2018 film, Wakandan ships cloak themselves from sight, while scientists have built prototypes of light-bending materials that act like an invisibility cloak. They only work in very controlled environments and at microscopic scales. We're a long way from invisible airships flying over cities. So here's the thought experiment. If you could bring just one piece of Wakandan technology into the real world, what would it be? Comment below. You never know. Maybe a future scientist is watching and getting inspired by your idea. Let's take a step back from fiction and ask the big question. Could a real person ever develop powers like T'Challa? Let's start with strength. In some comics, he lifts 1,760 pounds. In the real world, the bench press world record is around 780 pounds, and deadlifts can exceed 1,100 pounds, but only with years of brutal, specialized training. The human body, with its limitations in tendon strength and bone density, just isn't designed to go much further without serious consequences. That kind of raw force would likely shatter joints. Unless, of course, you had vibranium-infused plants supercharging your cells. Now, what about reflexes? Dodging objects flying at speeds over 1,000 miles per hour? Even elite athletes can't go beyond a reaction time of about 150 milliseconds. Black Panther reacts in less than that, often instinctively, and with extreme precision. To even the approach, that kind of speed would require a complete rewiring of the nervous system, something more in the realm of evolutionary fantasy than human training. T'Challa also combines an insane mix of martial arts. From capoeira to Dambi and Salat, his fighting style is a global fusion that would take multiple lifetimes to master. Psychologists like K. Anders Ericsson say it takes 10,000 hours of deliberate practice to master a single skill. T'Challa somehow juggles dozens while also being in peak physical condition and a national leader. And let's not forget his brain. He's not just brawn. He's a brilliant inventor, political strategist, and tech innovator. That combination of intelligence, wisdom, and physical dominance is incredibly rare, if not impossible, in real-world humans. Sure, some MMA fighters, gymnasts, or parkour athletes can mimic small slices of his abilities, but putting it all together, at his level, in one person, that's pure Marvel magic. And even if someone could wake up with his strength and reflexes, there's still the issue of control. Imagine trying to write with a pen that reacts before your hand even touches the page. Superhuman abilities without training could be more dangerous than useful. So, if you could master just one of T'Challa's skills, whether it's a martial art, peak agility, or tactical genius, what would you choose? Let us know in the comments. You might just inspire someone to level up their training in the real world. Here's what most people overlook when they imagine being the Black Panther. T'Challa isn't just a warrior, he's a king. Every decision he makes affects millions of lives. And as the ruler of the only nation with vibranium, he faces constant pressure from world powers, from rival tribes, and from villains who want Wakanda's secrets for themselves. The emotional weight is crushing. In many storylines, T'Challa doesn't just battle enemies. He battles guilt, legacy, and the fear of failing those who came before him. Then there's the financial side. Maintaining a vibranium suit, if it existed, would be astronomically expensive. Just a tiny amount, less than half an ounce, could be worth billions. One repair could bankrupt a small country. Add to that the cost of running Wakanda's security systems, medical research, and tech development, and you've got a national budget that makes Silicon Valley look cheap. And then comes the social toll. In the 2018 film, we watched T'Challa navigate the push and pull between protecting tradition and opening Wakanda to the rest of the world. His people are divided. Some want isolation, others want outreach. Being the figure who balances those conflicting visions might be more exhausting than any physical fight. So if you ever thought it would be cool to be Black Panther for a day, ask yourself, could you carry the weight of a kingdom on your shoulders? So, could you survive being Black Panther for just 24 hours? Science tells us replicating his powers is almost impossible, but his leadership, his determination, his drive to protect and uplift his people, that's something we can all aspire to. Wakanda may be fictional, but the dream of a better world, powered by empathy, innovation, and unity, is very real. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share the video with your fellow Marvel fans. And in the comments, tell us, what Black Panther power or Wakandan invention fascinates you the most? Let's keep the conversation going. Who knows? Maybe the next big breakthrough starts with your idea.